Hello, I'm Simulated Dirk, and welcome to another episode of Simulated Dirk Farm Simulator as part of Farm Friday. If there's new content related to Farm Simulator, it will come out on the Simulated Dirk YouTube channel on Fridays, so you can keep an eye out for it if you wish. There's plenty of episodes back as well, simulateddirkgaming.com and Simulated Dirk on YouTube. Anywho, let's have a look at the current state of play. I own paddocks 19, 24, 25 and 26, as you can see on the map in front of you. Now, we are growing corn at the moment. There's a couple of patches that are that we've missed, but that's fine. Let's have a look at our growth. We are in the growing stage. We're not quite ready to harvest just yet. Not quite ready to harvest. There's a little bit that's been ploughed. There's a lot extra that I've actually ploughed that I'm not intending to at this stage actually grow anything in. That's more like a buffer zone, but that's totally fine. There's some that needs lime. I'm not necessarily going to worry about that just yet in the areas that I've just ploughed. And we have a look. And we're mainly concentrating on the corn at the moment. So it's raining. So we might as well go back into the shed. It's late spring now. And it's raining. What can you do? At the moment, there's not a lot actually that you can do. I have done some work, made things a little bit smoother. Made things a little bit smoother around here. What we have done, I've reinstalled the lights and made this area into grass, make it a little so I don't have to plough there. Look how dippy it is. This area is like a buffer zone. So it's like a vehicle track. We can see the corn. It must almost be ready. To harvest. Oh, even the windscreen wipers have come on. Have a look at that. There's old mate Wayne in the truck. I was hoping to turn the lights on, but I don't know how to do that. So I haven't really got a buffer zone up there, but I've left space for it. So next time I'll plough closer to the floodlights. And same on this side. Now there was all grass in between these two paddocks last time. So the corn must nearly be ready to go, and in between here as well, it's fairly rough. But I've turned this into a buffer zone, which in the future we can also expand the paddocks a bit the next time that we fertilise and germinate. So the rain's disappeared. I've actually turned the speed of the game up to 120 times real time. And same on the other side. I need to plough that buffer zone as well. But you've seen me do enough ploughing lately. So we'll go in. We'll park up as the rain comes back. Actually, gonna have to do something about that. You can get some ramps and stuff as well to help with that, which may be fun. So we'll just park up. So I don't know if we can actually enter this house. This house is a mod, so we may not be able to go inside like we could on the previous one. Looks like we can only get as far as, or not even as far as the door. On this occasion, all of the mods are via the in-game. Now would actually be a good time to jump back in the car and have a look at the our floodlighting situation. Now we can turn the lights on. We can have a look at the lighting situation. There's probably some areas in here that could use a little bit more light. But we'll drive around. He's still fairly rough in this area. I don't know how much I'll be able to actually improve that or smooth that out. There are landscaping tools that you can use. The floodlighting's looking pretty good. There's some in this area that I'm going to have to put in, but the headlights, now that I actually know how to operate the headlights do actually do a fairly... The days are long and warm in summer. It is time to make hay and watch the crops grow. Okay, thanks for that little bit of... Oh, it's now early summer. The game is accelerated. And we can now also do some high pressure washing at other places. I've purchased an extra couple of high pressure washers. But overall, as we go for our inspection while it's raining, yeah, it's pretty hilly. Oh gee, look at the growth in the corn. Now I don't know if we should actually harvest while it's raining. We'll park the truck up. Little help. Little help. So we're going to have to smooth that out for sure. Alright, well, I'll leave that for the moment. Let's have a look at our situation in terms of actual harvesting. So we're still in the growing stage. We're not quite ready to harvest yet. Not quite ready to harvest yet. Okay, which is a little deceptive, because if you have a look, it looks pretty sweet, but it is raining, so maximum of 3 degrees Celsius, 9 a little bit later on. It's early summer, so it should be hotter than that. That should be the screen cap of the episode. Oh, and I had to do that myself because my owl's not sitting on my keyboard at the moment, as I had to do that myself. What I can do while we're waiting, if I go into shop and then go into landscaping, we'll see if we can rescue. This is how you do it. So we can, what can we do? We can raise. An object is obstructing. Well, no kidding. So the theory is you get this little oh no, that's zooming the camera out. You get this little bubble and you can change the size of the bubble. So in theory you can raise, but it says an object is obstructing, which is probably old mate in the truck. But in theory, if you... Well, mate, you might be stuck there for a minute. Once it turns green, in theory, you can do something about it. But because the truck's there, we might not be able to do it. Okay. So poor old mate, let's see, and we're basically wedged, even though it's 4-wheel drive, even though the wheels look to be going backwards, because I am in reverse, and now they're going forward, and I'm in that little sweet spot. So what I might actually do, you're not totally stuffed yet, old mate. We'll get the spare tractor out, this guy. To the rescue! Farming Simulator 17 was never this bumpy. Yes, it's an extra challenge, but then again, it's also a pain in the ass. Alright, let's see if we can rescue. Actually, we'll zoom out a little. This could be our... Oh no, not yet. I want to get round the other side, but that may not work. Actually, we'll just get out for a minute. Just trying to create some screen art for the episode thumbnail. There we go. So we'll get back in our tractor. Now we'll see. We'll see if we can give old mate a push here. Now that should be better. And yes, we're rescued. So we'll go drive you back. Don't get stuck. Knew the spare tractor would come in handy eventually. I was hoping to go in the back way. That's a sweet, sweet waterfall. A bit agricultural, but we made it. Anywho, how's our ploughing progress going? We're not quite ready to harvest yet. We mustn't be far off though. That's a shame. Alright, what we might do in the meantime, we go to the shop. We need some passive forms of income. So if we go into we'll go into sheds first. And we'll see what we've got. We've got various types of sheds. We're pretty sweet in the shed department, but you never know how they actually classify things sometimes. So we'll go back. We'll have a look in miscellaneous. No, we're pretty sweet in that department. Animal pens will be interesting. We can get a dog, so we can get a dog house, chicken coop, large chicken coop, cattle pasture, large cattle pasture, horse paddock, large horse paddock, pig enclosure, large pig enclosure, sweet sheep pasture, large sheep pasture, a water pump. And that's it for animals. Now, although there's some in mods that I haven't got into yet, silos we're pretty much sweet with at the moment. Alright, so we might go into animals. Have a look at some. Do we want some chickens? Oh no, we'll get some sheep. Alright, we'll see if there's any room. There may not be any room at this stage. We may have to do this a little bit later on. We may have to do this a little bit later on. We may actually convert one of the paddocks into an animal It says we can do it there, but it's right in the middle of the crop, so it's rather stupid to do it there at the moment. What I might do, this lower paddock, because it's problematic with the slope anyway, that lower paddock, that area there, we can convert that into grassland and put or maybe even this one. One of these top paddocks, I'd like to put it in this bottom one. We can put some sheep. Now, is it going to let me do it there? That's the question. Because paddock 19, I definitely want to keep as a big, long, maybe even this paddock here. Once we plough, we can turn that into grass, and we can use some animals in that paddock possibly, but we'll reassess that. Even later on, we can buy something a little later on and have our animals there. We can do that a little bit later on. So let's have a look again at our. Are we ready to harvest? Not quite. I got excited because I saw the yellow there for corn. And then I saw that's green. It's still growing. Have to say the actually what we might do, we might get into some harvest action in that top paddock to see what happens. Like, it's not our main paddock, but if we can clear that and put some animals there, let's see what happens, because I do want to show you something this episode rather than just sitting around and waiting for the and now it's raining again. Like, it looks pretty sweet and pretty ready to go, but and realistically, you're not going to be doing it in the rain realistically. See, the paddock in question that I'm thinking of putting the animals on is 26. Now that looks nowhere near as ready to go. As the rain is easing. Compared to the other paddocks, like compared to that, and compared to that, we'll drive. Actually, what we might do. Alright, what farms are near us? So we've got 19, 24, 25 and 26. 23 is relatively close. So if we drive across to 23 and then we'll work out how to buy it and then that, because that's, we'll go over and we'll have a look at it. Can't do much else in the rain. So this, I don't know how to actually get in. Here we go. Alright, so let's have a look. This is a farm 23. Alright, what are we growing here? We're growing sunflowers. We're growing sunflowers. Now, how do we buy this farm? Let me see, how do we buy this farm? So many different couponings. There's no way you'd be able to remember all of this. There's no way in hell you'd be able to remember all this. And this is just using keypad controls. This isn't even this isn't even using extra controllers. This is just keypad. Because there's so many different types of machines, some have functions and some don't. That's why it's so important to have on the screen And then you've got mods as well. That's why it's so important. Let's have a look. Crops, ploughing, buying fields. To buy a new parcel, go to the map overview screen and then to the land screen. Yeah, that I can do. So go to the map. Go to the map. Go to lands, so X. Yeah, then what? Oh, okay. So you just click on it and then you go buy. Would you like to buy this land? Yes, I would. Catching. And do we want to own the one next to it as well? 22. Yes, we do. So now we own 19, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Sweet. Where's the truck? There it is. So if we have a look on the map, alright, so now we can expand the map a little, and this is what we own now. 19, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. They're all in some various stages of growing, except for the bits that I've ploughed that I don't intend to grow at the moment. They've all been fertilised. So 22 has canola. 23 has sunflowers. 19, 24, 25, and 26 is corn. So I'll probably convert 26 to animals. Because 22 and 23 are decent size blocks of land. Or even 24. 24 would be good for farm animals, I think. But that's the other thing I forgot to check. How's our harvesting? We're actually not into harvest season yet. I did see a screen. Where was it? There was a screen that showed when's good time to harvest stuff, but I just can't find. Maybe it was one of these ones. Oh, maybe it was in the seasons menu. Knowing me, I'll find it when I'm not actually recording, and I'll forget about it. So let's go back. Can we go back to the road? Tell you what, we've had some rain, and it's not. Oh wow! Look at this rain. This rain is torrential. Oh, so what you do on a rain day? Oh, well, brought an extra couple of properties. Alright, we have arrived home. There's so much, not much that you can do while it's raining like this. Let's go to the, hang on, let's go to the shop again. We'll have a look at our animal situation. Now that we actually own more land. Because maybe even potentially... Oh, down here. Now that I own this land, we're just going to make sure that it doesn't interfere. I don't own that land. Just going to make sure that it doesn't interfere with farm operations. So wouldn't it be nice to have sheep running around up there on the hill? Yeah, I'm not putting it in the middle of an active paddock. So I don't own that. So we go across to 22. So we own this one as well. So we will try rotating it. Hey, and this is the small one. Can you imagine if it was the big one? Sheep might be the wrong... let's try. Try a chicken coop. Well, no, try cattle. See how we go in the cattle department. Because I don't think cattle mind if it's hilly. Um, and this is why I've got no objection to cheating in terms of, I'm providing entertainment. Well, at least I'd like to hope so. And there's no way you can afford to do half this fun stuff if you don't have a lot of money. I'd like to get rid of all that. We'll go across to our original paddocks and we'll have a look, see if we can. Gee, it takes up a fair bit of land, doesn't it? And this is the small one. Yeah, this is a small cattle pasture. How do we go with it? How will we go with a chicken coop? That's a lot smaller. Because I get the feeling that I should diversify a little bit. Because look at all this rain that I haven't been able to do stuff. Like, that's my main paddock. I'm not going to put it anywhere there. That's vacant land that I can use for something else later on down the track. That's pretty useless. Ideally, now for fun, I'm going to put it there. Alright, if I don't like it, I can just not save the game. I'll go back to the shop. That was the chicken coop. So let's see if we can put the pig enclosure near it. Because they don't actually give you... a lot of land, flat land to... Oh, this is promising. Can we put another chicken coop? That was a pig enclosure. Alright, let's have a look at our harvest menu. 25's nowhere near ready to go, but I've just put a chicken. I've just. Alright, this is going to be fun. So what I could do, well, at least we'll have a sleep. No. Yeah, we'll have a sleep. Rocketing through time, here we go. So I want to do some harvesting, so let's get straight into the harvester. Alrighty, here we go, and we'll have a look, because this is going to be fairly no. Do not thrash when the crops are too wet. Let's see what happens. Well, let me do it anyway, or is it just going to warn me not to do it? So it's telling me, nah, it's even too wet to, let's have a look. Here's our chicken coop. So this is our chicken coop. We might do this a little bit later. Can we sell the chicken coop? Garage. Let's see if I can sell the chicken coop. Yes, I can sell it. So let's see what happens. Bye-bye, chickens. So let's go back. Look at the area that was around. So maybe later. I just wanted to see what would happen, and that's what would happen. So we'll go back now. Everything's probably still too wet to harvest. So we'll lower. Let's see. And because I built up the land, see, it's not even if I want to do it, okay, that's interesting. That is very, very interesting. We should do in that case. Alright, let's have a look. What would happen if we decided that we were going to renovate, landscape this area, because it is now too high. So wouldn't it be good if everything was... Oh, so okay, so we're clearing the crop. This could turn into a nice flat area. Okay, so this will be a different way to get our chicken coop. Okay, so we're now turning this into a nice flat or relatively flat. That's the... No, that's still that paddock. We can... Oh, we need to get those flowers and whatnot out of the way. Alright, you for the moment can go there. Alright, let's get out of here. Now, up here. So if we go back to the shop, we start landscaping again. Now that we've actually cleared these vehicles out of the way. Make things a little bit leveler. But the only problem is you just got to make sure like that area is flat and then you can go onto there. That's not too bad. But if you build up too much, and this, a lot of this is trial and error. But now this whole area, I don't want to build up too much. This whole area can be now used, especially now that we've brought turn this into our animal area. Now obviously a real farm, you're not going to be doing this, but I did want to achieve something this episode. If only it was this easy in real life. Alright, so now we've got this area that's relatively flat. Let's go to the shop. buy our chicken coop back. Rotate. We'll try and spread these out so they're neat. So I might be able to have more than one thing up here. The green and the yellow look very similar. Ah, there's a green section. Alright, so we now have a chicken coop there. Now, can we get some cattle? Maybe not. A horse paddock maybe. Let me see. Pig enclosure. Sheep pasture. Oh, if we can get a sheep pasture in here, that'd be fantastic. Might do some more. I might do some more landscaping first. See if we can go into landscaping again. If I make things a little bit more flat. If we make it flatter, we may be able to get our as I said, real farm. You're not doing this, but we can have some fun with it. Now I'm not being super accurate, I'm just using from what I can see. It does give us some room for some passive income as well. So we can leave our other paddocks, including the two that we just bought. Oh, we got so much land we can build up. I'll be disappointed if I can't get something like a sheep paddock in here after this. Well, we weren't expecting this on this episode, were you? Well, then again, neither was I. With the amount of rain that we've had, rain stops play. Now, if we can't get something else in this area after this, I will be disappointed. let's just say that the sheep and chickens and the other animals better enjoy this. If I was using just my own money, there'd be no way I'd even think about doing any of this. So we're just building up and building up and building up, and I don't want to go much further down to there because that's starting to encroach on the other paddock. We can infill this section. So we're starting to get up to the level of the chicken farm. So having the land a lot flatter will certainly help. Right, we can fill that in. And you can flatten things out too if you want, but I'm just mainly building things up at the moment. Couldn't imagine how much this would cost in real life. But sometimes in developments, that's what they spend a lot of time doing. They have a bit of land that they want to use for whatever purpose, and they spend so much money making the land fit what they want it to do, and not necessarily picking the right bit of land, but spend a lot of money. Alright, so we'll see what we can put on here now. Animal pens. Sheep pasture. Zoom out. We have created, neaten it up a little bit so it's square at least. We have created such an area now. What I might do, we'll sell our chicken coop for the moment. We'll put our sheep pasture in somewhere. was close. There we go. We got our sheep pasture finally. So now we've done that. Let's try and get... I think cattle pasture was way too big. We'll try and get our chicken coop back. Rotate it a bit. Sometimes the orientation can help a lot. Actually, shape might be enough. So this is our sheep pasture. Wow, it is midsummer at the moment. Here's our sheep pasture. And then in the next episode, we can put some... although having said that, look at that, it's still not... We can build up this area. We can build up this area now that we've got the sheep farm in, which is what I really wanted in the first place. This area here needs to be built up. So it's a similar level to the sheep farm. And then we may be able to put something in beside it. Still lots of land here to build up. You know, we could even put, once we level this, we can put our chicken coop. I don't want to extend the envelope any further than what it already is, but building up this section, making it flat, will allow us to get some more things in here rather than just a sheep farm. And wow, look at how much we've actually built this up since I started doing this. This was basically down there. Well, there's probably a mod that says like no hilly land or something like that. Just imagine if there was. Alright, that area. Sometimes you just need to flatten out the hill just a little bit. Just to build it up to... Welcome to Construction Simulator. As I said, as if it was only this easy in real life. Then again, alright, we should just flatten this up a little bit. You can certainly get away from you though very, very quickly. Here's Exhibit A. Alright. For the final time in the episode, let's see if we can get some more animals up here. Make our chicken coop square at least. If we're not going to be able to get a chicken coop, we're probably not going to be able to get much else. Maybe the pig enclosure, maybe. Although it's pretty big in itself. Alright, let's have a look at our... Well, haven't we built that bit of land up? For some sheep that I don't own yet. Anywho, I am Simulated Oak. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Certainly a little bit different from what I was planning it to be. Are we ready to harvest yet after all that? No, we're not ready to harvest anywhere. Which is real disappointing. I'm Simulated Oak. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now. Next episode, I promise we will harvest.